the hangar in Lancaster, California, I'm Joseph.
And I'm Angel.
On this episode of L28 News, a visit to the LCC for the free landlord-tenant walk-in clinic and the Love Chronicles Soiree. We stopped by local pop-up organized by Lancaster residents, the Road Marketplace, and the ECIC's first exhibit of the year, It's Just a Desert.
Followed by coverage of Black History Month, Stories from Our Past, an online session that celebrated key figures in Black history, followed by a visit to Lancaster's curated thrift store, Borderline Thrift. Afterwards, L28 Sports brings viewers a recap of the Paraclete versus Bishop Amat boys varsity basketball game and coverage of Paraclete's head coach Shalette at his final regular season game.
Offering a free educational opportunity for local residents here in the city, the Fair Housing Foundation, or FHF, hosted a free landlord-tenant walk-in clinic on Thursday, January 18th at the Lancaster Community Center, located at 44611 Yucca Avenue. The clinic offered attendees the opportunity to meet with a housing counselor in a one-on-one setting for personalized guidance and support, which is a particularly valuable resource for those currently grappling with housing issues. During the event, L28 News met with housing counselor Martin Salinas Jr., who spoke on the importance of being an educated homeowner and how local residents are benefiting from this resource. Let's head to the Lancaster Community Center for more.
Some of our services are landlord and tenant counseling. We screen for any potential discrimination from housing, and we also help people that have disabilities with either an accommodation or modifications being done to their apartments. So the clinic is mainly more for a in-person one-on-one session. A lot of our counseling is done over the phone, but due to Lancaster being a fairly new city for us, we do come out here to host these workshops in case people want to just come in and talk to someone in person. The walk-in clinic started last year in February, so we're about to complete our 1-year mark. So as a general housing counselor, I hear a lot of things when it comes to habitability issues, rent increases, notices to vacate. From the landlord perspective, they're looking for assistance in either helping the tenant find housing assistance, rental assistance. So we try to do a little bit of both for landlords and tenants, and just providing them a neutral and general information so that they can go ahead and proceed with what will be better for them. So we do also have our services of mediation when there is a violation that we can handle. In a situation where it's too much or there's no way for them to mediate, we can also provide information for legal counseling if it needs to be taken that way. So the virtual workshop works more as a general overview for anyone to attend. If they have any questions, we do have a speaker that kind of speaks more on fair housing laws and just general counseling. The clinic is more personal; it's a one-on-one, but the virtual workshop is more of just again like a general overview so that you know what's going on, if there's any new laws that are being presented or that might become active moving forward. Yeah, it's through Zoom. Unfortunately, our offices are located in Long Beach City as well as Orange, California. We don't have an office out here yet. Hopefully we do, but for now we're doing these walk-in clinics and virtual workshops. Our social media is just the Fair Housing Foundation. I believe that's on Instagram and Facebook. We also, if you want to call in, the number is 562-989-1206. I repeat, 562-989-1206. And if you would like to send us an email, that's going to be info@fhfca.org.
Established in 1964, the FHF is a private, nonprofit educational agency committed to upholding fair housing laws and fostering an environment of open housing through educational initiatives, counseling services, and outreach programs. FHF extends its services to Lancaster residents, educating the public on housing rights, responsibilities for new homeowners, and more through workshops, training, and community events. To stay informed for the next free landlord-tenant walk-in clinic, be sure to follow the City of Lancaster on Instagram at City of Lancaster CA. And for more details on the Fair Housing Foundation, scan the QR code shown on screen.
The Lancaster Community Center hosted their Love Chronicles Soiree on February 9th, transforming it into a wonderland that spanned various eras in time. The entrance set the tone with a vibrant balloon garland, ushering guests into a night of nostalgia and celebration. The journey through time began in the first room, where a lively photo booth and scrapbooking activity awaited. Guests immersed themselves in creativity, adorning their captured moments with colored construction paper, stickers, and gems. The room buzzed with laughter and artistic expressions, setting the perfect tone for the evening. As attendees ventured further, they encountered rooms dedicated to nostalgic trends in time. Many vinyl records took center stage in one, offering guests the opportunity to paint and personalize these iconic relics. In another, the air was filled with classic tunes as the karaoke room allowed guests to sing their hearts out. A room designed as a blast from the past welcomed visitors to relive cherished memories. The Y2K CD decorating room paid homage to an era when burning mixtapes on CDs was a romantic gesture. Guests were provided with CD sleeves and CDs to customize, bringing back memories of a time before the dominance of digital streaming services. For parents and guardians in attendance, the LCC thoughtfully provided a child care room where children could be looked after, allowing parents to fully engage in the festivities without worry. The main lobby served as a haven of sweet treats and good eats, featuring a self-serve feast of diverse foods and desserts. The spread kept guests well-fed and content throughout the event. As the soiree came to a close, guests who received raffle tickets waited eagerly for their names to be called to win their choice of prize, complete with tea, sweets, and a Valentine's plushie. The Love Chronicles soiree at the Lancaster Community Center was not just a celebration. It was also a journey through time, a tapestry of memories woven together, leaving guests with a heartwarming experience and a trove of cherished moments. To stay up to date with events like these going on in and around the city, feel free to scan the QR code shown on screen.
Wow, Angel. So you went to that celebration of love and, shout outs to the LCC because they really did their thing, huh? And I understand you brought some props.
I did bring some props. Okay, first up, we have the Y2 sleigh list, leopard print, paying homage to Y2K and all of the Y2K girlies that love leopard print. And mini vinyl that you paint on and you trade with a friend or you keep it for yourself as a memento. Super fun event. The LCC, like you said, was really thoughtful about all of these different rooms they designed. There was tons of activities to do and honestly just great vibes all around.
Speaking of the vibes, when you're creating things with love and with your friend or a romantic partner, you just can't go wrong with that.
I agree. So if you didn't get the chance to go to this soiree, be on the lookout for any more that they host throughout the year. Don't go anywhere. When we return from the break, we'll stop by the Road Marketplace, a vendor pop-up celebrating small business with live music, yard games, and a variety of vendors to shop from. Followed by a look at the real 93543 Communities Art exhibit at the ECIC. It's just the desert.
Welcome back to L28 News. Next, we stop by the Road Marketplace, a pop-up festival by Lancaster residents and small business owners Aaron and Cynthia Rapco. Followed by a trip to the ECIC to take a look at their first exhibit of the year, It's Just the Desert. The Road Marketplace, a unique pop-up event in Lancaster, brought together vendors and small business owners to showcase their goods and services to the community. Organized by Aaron and Cynthia Rapco, the two transformed their home and surrounding yard into a vibrant open-air market. With a wide variety of vendors in attendance, there was something for everyone at the event. Vendors had everything from handcrafted handbags and accessories to baked treats and delicious drinks and food for sale. There was also a lounge area for guests to hang out and enjoy the food, drinks, and festivities with friends and family, with raffles and even a mechanical bull to ride. Visitors were spoiled for choice when it came to shopping and entertainment. Our L28 team had the opportunity to catch up with some of the vendors on display as they shared their enthusiasm and passion for their small business. Let's check it out.
So these, I call them our luxury combo boxes. So it'll have almost all of the flavors. So we have things like strawberry chocolate, a white dark square. We have peanut butter, caramel pretzel, s'mores. We also have these little boxes where they hang on wine bottles or water bottles or any kind of bottle, a soda bottle. And then we have our pretzels. So we call them broken batch. I sell them for cheaper because I break them. So we have a variety box here where it's s'mores, peppermint bark, classic, and peanut butter. So everything is pretty much $5, and then we also have these $15 options.
So we do a lot of Indian custom jewelries and then all sorts of other American jewelry. So if you're into any kind of jewelries, gold, 21 karat gold to 14 karat gold, we do it all here. So a lot of these are handmade. So a lot of my jewelry is handmade. Others are, just purchased. But yeah, we do all sorts of things. Uniqueness has to be one of them. And then quality. Quality is my most important thing. I always tell my customers, if I won't wear it, I will not sell it.
So I bring leather goods from different regions of Mexico. This is Guanajuato, Oaxaca, and Michoacan. These are all handcrafted by hand individually. So I am a fair trade and I give them the opportunity to sell their things here in the States. So everything's from Mexico, 100% leather, everything's real. Yeah.
Can you tell us about some of your favorite designs that you have here?
My favorite designs, for example, are these. This is individually handcrafted by hand, as you can tell. It takes them a month to make a purse, and it's individually made by hand. As you can tell, they carve the leather. It's beautiful. Yes, very detailed by hand by the talented people in Mexico.
And how long
Yes.
have you been doing this?
So I'm a newbie. I'm only 6 months in, but this is my passion. This is my goal. This is what I want to do. I want to bring a little piece of Mexico to everyone here in the United States. Yes.
I love it. And with these products made out of leather, they're built to last, right?
They are built to last. All you have to do is give them a little shine, and then they're good to go forever.
I own the Farrier's Daughter. It's a Western women's boutique. It's mostly online. This is actually my first pop-up, so I was kind of nervous, but I got the name because my dad's a farrier's, which is like the horseshoeing. So yeah, I sell a bunch of different Western things and Western accessories. So we have some reusable sponges right here because sustainability is pretty important to me. Some enamel pins, coloring books, and then we have mini and full-size wild rags actually.
I love the patterns and designs. What was your inspiration behind them?
So there was so many different ones, and I tried to choose the ones that were specifically like small artist designed or that they were limited edition, because there's the basic ones that everybody has, and I just wanted to get something a little different, help support some smaller artists and not just all of the big ones. Yeah, so all of the wild rags are 100% silk. I try and use leather, which doesn't sound sustainable, but to me, vegan leather or stuff like that, it's just plastic, and at least leather is, renewable. There's always going to be leather available and being made, and I just think it's a lot better for the environment to take the leather that's already being produced than it is to create a new plastic and spin it a different way. Leather lasts forever, yeah, and if you take care of it, get good quality leather and try and support small businesses too. I think that's the best way to do it, because I think it's different quality depending on where you go.
It was clear that the Road Marketplace was a hub of creativity and entrepreneurial spirit. But this event was more than just a shopping experience. It was a celebration of the city's community spirit with live music, yard games, and even group line dancing. There were plenty of opportunities for visitors to connect with one another. Cynthia and Aaron Rapko, the driving forces behind the Road Marketplace, were elated with their turnout and shared their insights and experiences with us. Aaron took pride with his music students' performances at the event, emphasizing their love for playing a diverse range of genres. Cynthia, who also owns a business designing boho Western fashion pieces and unique pocket tees, emphasized the significance of supporting local vendors, her gratitude for the community's support, and the valuable lessons they learned from the previous year of hosting the Road Spring Marketplace. Here's L28's correspondent Ryan Mitchell with more.
Thank you for speaking with us today, and congratulations on this awesome event and turnout.
Oh, well, thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here. I'm so happy that you guys are here with us as well. This is our actually second event that we've done, and we're super excited about it. We're super excited to have all the local vendors here. I mean, as many as we can anyways. And we have enough space over here at our place to accommodate that. So we're really excited about that. We're looking forward to the future as well.
And it really is an awesome utilization of your guys' space. I mean, from end to end, it's filled with all types of unique vendors, clothing boutiques, bakeries, all types of different activities. So tell me a little bit about that. What would be some of your favorite activities that you guys have here today?
Oh man, well, I mean, live music. I'm a live music man, I guess. I do music lessons, so music is just a big part of my life. I love the cornhole. Not too many people are doing it though, because it's in the sun. It's a shame, we got the bull ride going. A lot of little kids love that. Some adults too, if they get a little drink in. So it's just a good time. Actually, almost been teaching for 8 years almost. So I've been very, very blessed, extremely. And I've had so many great students come through. And with the students I had just performed just recently, I've had them for just like 2 or 3 years. And the progress they made is just, it's incredible. I had my first student on the keyboard. She did wonderful. And my next two on the drums. And then I have another 3 or 4 playing today on drums. Drums is my main instrument of choice. I love the drums. But keyboard and guitar is in there a little bit too. But yeah, my students are wonderful. They're so great.
So our first event it was good. We had a good turnout, a lot of vendors, but we were hit with the Antelope Valley wind that just comes and sneaks on you. So that is why we did the industrial tents over behind me for our vendors to protect them more so they wouldn't be blasted with the wind. You know, we had tents flying and everything like that. So we try to make it as comfortable as we can for our vendors and just so they can get the best experience to be able to sell their product, showcase it, and get it out to the public.
How many vendors do we have here today?
So I'm trying to remember the number because we actually, like the past week, we got new ones just trickling in. Even last night, I added like 3 more vendors. So I think right now we're at about like 30. So I think we have 30 local vendors right now. Our whole goal with doing this experience of this pop-up marketplace is we want people to stay and we want people to enjoy the environment. We don't want people to just come, shop, leave. We want them to come, shop, hang out, listen to the live band, do some line dancing, ride the mechanical bull, sit in our lounge area, enjoy some of the barbecue food that we have, the beverages that we have. We just want people to just come and hang out all day long. The whole time we were doing it for 4 hours, we just want them to have that just hangout experience. I've been doing this for 10 years now. I'm a local business owner myself, and so I've experienced other pop-ups and things I've learned from doing other pop-ups and what I thought that could be improved. And my main focus was bringing the attention back to the vendors. I feel like that got lost kind of somewhere where maybe, and the art that they're creating and just the amazing things that they're creating with their hands and creating just with their minds and art that I feel like gets lost because people, they want vendors. They don't care about the vendors. And so with my whole experience with this is I wanted people to know our vendors. So what I do is on our Instagram account, I do like a vendor highlight and I do a whole introduction of each vendor to where people can get to know exactly who they are, fun facts about them, how they started this business, what inspired them to start this business. So I just really wanted to bring it back to the vendors and like bringing the attention to them and who they are. Best place to reach us right now is our Instagram account. It's the Road Marketplace. That's the best place to reach us. You can go there and see the current vendors that we have. When we're having another event coming up, vendors can send in their applications and become a part of it. So yeah, Instagram is the main part right now where you can find us and get in contact with us.
Thanks, Ryan. The Road Marketplace was a testament to the vibrancy of Lancaster's small business community. It not only provided a platform for entrepreneurs to showcase their skills and products, but also fostered a sense of connection and unity among residents in a fun and engaging way. To stay updated on the Road Marketplace's next pop-up event or to support small and local businesses, follow them on Instagram at The Road Marketplace. And to see the clothing that Cynthia has for sale, visit her accounts at Feel the Thread and at Rebel Light.
So Joe, we both had the opportunity to attend the Road Marketplace. What was your favorite part about the event?
I mean, from the live bands to Aaron's students playing those drums, there was lots of things. But to really pinpoint, I mean, the whole event was really nice because it was definitely a collection of great vibes and spirits.
I agree, and it was so nice to see so many small business owners be able to come together in one space and really get their products out there to the community. I think my favorite was probably the cookies. I can't lie, I love sweet treats. That's just how it is.
Mm-hmm.
In celebration of the Antelope Valley's arid landscapes, the Elise Clifford Interpretive Center unveiled its first exhibition of 2024 titled Just the Desert. The exhibit is a testament to the collaborative efforts of artist Robin Rosenthal and the Real 93543 community, a group she founded to foster engagement between residents and artists through an art-centric approach. Just the Desert offers visitors a unique perspective on the vast and often overlooked landscapes of the Antelope Valley. Rosenthal and the Real 93543 community meticulously forged objects from the desert terrain, transforming them into captivating artworks using the 19th century cyanotype process. The result is a stunning collection that captures the essence of the desert's textures and untamed beauty. The Elise Clifford Interpretive Center serves as the perfect backdrop for this exhibition as it provides a space where art and nature converge. Visitors can explore the intricate details of each cyanotype creation, marveling at how Rosenthal and the Real 93543 community have translated the rugged allure of the Antelope Valley into a visual narrative. The exhibit not only showcases the artistic prowess of Rosenthal, but also highlights the importance of community collaboration in the world of art. Just the Desert invites viewers to appreciate the beauty of their own surroundings and fosters a connection between art nature, and the vibrant community that calls the Antelope Valley home. To stay up to date with the Elise Clifford Interpretive Center's events and exhibitions throughout the year, feel free to scan the QR code shown on screen or give them a call at 661-723-6230. When we return from the break, L28 News covers the stories from our past event that commemorated Black History Month, followed by a trip to Borderline Thrift, where the team speaks with management to learn more about this haven for secondhand clothing.
Thank you for tuning in to L28 News. Next, the team brings viewers coverage of Black History Month, Stories from Our Past, a virtual workshop highlighting Black history every week throughout the month of February, and a closer look at Borderline Thrift, who brings sustainable shopping to Avenue K. Nonprofit organization Soul of the Community launched an impactful initiative, Black History Month, Stories from Our Past, hosting a series of virtual storytelling workshops every Thursday throughout February to honor Black History Month. This week's presentation, spearheaded by Aziza Shepard, CEO of the Helper Foundation and founder of the Ohana Center, delved into the historic significance of doulas, or midwives, in African American communities. During the workshop, Shepard shed light on the profound impact doulas have had throughout American history, particularly within Black communities, emphasizing their role in providing essential life-saving care and support during childbirth. She highlighted the rich tradition and cultural significance of midwifery, acknowledging the invaluable contributions of Black midwives to maternal and infant health. During her presentation, she addressed the alarming disparity in maternal mortality rates among Black mothers here in the Antelope Valley, underscoring the urgent need to do more for our local communities through comprehensive health care, reform, and equitable access to healthcare services for all residents here in the AV. Emphasizing the systemic challenges and structural inequalities that perpetuate disparities in healthcare outcomes, calling for collective action to address root causes and implement sustainable solutions. Once her presentation was over, L28 had the chance to ask her a few questions on the significance of promoting more awareness for Black midwives and how she believes we can break the gap in Black child-related deaths here in the AV. Let's see what she had to say.
How important do you think it is to foster awareness for these overlooked Black heroes like the midwife in America?
I think it's very important because it gives young children, even myself, someone to look up to that isn't Beyonce. Just knowing that a woman alone was able to birth 3,500 catch 3,500 babies and not lose a one in the process. And they were walking from home to home. That is somebody that I would want to look up to, but that is someone I just learned about in my adult life. So if we continue to put people out there that are representative of our cultures and are representative of the strives and the paths and the brilliance of who they are, I think people would want to learn more and they'll internalize more. Be better for it.
No, I think you're completely right. And to follow up that question, how do you think the Black community, locally here in the AV, can break that gap in child-related deaths?
So, like I mentioned before, Ohana Center is the community co-lead for the Antelope Valley Infant and Mortality Initiative. And there's also other organizations out there like Black Infant Health. There's small Black-led organizations like Ohana Center, like Soiree of the Community, that promote Black birthing equity and wellness within the whole Black family as a unit. So I just think networking, advocacy, and support, and starting at a grassroots level, and making sure that the initial needs of birthing individuals are met within the community. Not to get off topic, but just recently, one of the Palmdale Regional Center's birthing center was shut down. So how is that going to increase the birthing outcomes in our community when the only accessible hospital is Antelope Valley. For the whole Antelope Valley region, Lake LA, surrounding areas, that goes to, if you want to, Cal City, anything past there, the only place that individuals have to give birth or to seek medical care is Antelope Valley Hospital.
The workshop served as a platform to raise awareness and foster dialogue about the critical issues facing Black mothers and infants, prompting attendees to reflect on the broader implications of healthcare inequities and social injustices. Shepard's impassioned advocacy resonated with participants, inspiring a renewed commitment to advocating for maternal and infant health equity in the Antelope Valley community. As the virtual workshop concluded, participants expressed gratitude for the opportunity to engage in meaningful dialogue and learn from Shepard's insights. The event underscored the importance of amplifying marginalized voices, preserving cultural heritage, and advocating for social justice during Black History Month and beyond. Soul of the community's ongoing efforts to promote awareness and education about Black history and contemporary issues continue to make a profound impact in fostering inclusivity and equity in the community. To get involved, volunteer or donate, visit soulofthecommunity.org.
You know, Joe, huge shout out to Soul of the Community for putting on these workshops and all of the different speakers who spearhead them as well. I'm sure it's a great thing to have for our community here in Lancaster.
Absolutely. Thank you, Soul of the Community, for lending out those resources.
Lancaster's Avenue K has a new addition to its bustling retail scene, and it's making waves for its unique approach to sustainable fashion. Borderline Thrift, a recently opened clothing shop, stands across from Target, offering a haven for residents looking to buy and sell gently used clothing. To learn more about the establishment and its history, the team at L28 spoke with Borderline Thrift's management. Let's take a look. So for viewers who are curious, where does the name Borderline Thrift come from?
Well, when you walk in, it's not your traditional thrift store. There are some items that we do sell below retail price. And then there's other items that you'll see that are probably above, just they're more coveted. That's why it's borderline a thrift store. And also, I love Tame Impala. So the song Borderline from Tame Impala was playing when I was in the shower. And I thought, wow, that goes really well.
So we were working together for 5 years, and I thought, I reached out to Andrea in 2023, and I was like, hey, like, I had this business idea. I was thinking of opening a thrift shop in Lancaster. What do you think about it? And throughout the years that I got to know Andrea, I knew that she was a big thrifter too. She went down to Melrose, and she'd go down to like Wasteland or like Crossroads and go thrifting there as well. So I knew that she was really big about fashion and kind of like the fashion industry, and that was kind of like one of the sparking things that kind of came up.
Well, when he asked me a week before, my boyfriend and I were just talking, and we had just said, wow, it'd be so cool if we opened a thrift store in Antelope Valley. So when he asked me, it was no hesitation, yes.
So here at Borderline Thrift, you're not only able to buy secondhand clothing, you're able to sell your gently used clothes. So for viewers who want to know more about that, what's that process look like?
So I'm the main buyer. I do have other people helping me. My boyfriend, Dylan, also helped with the buy process, but because we are a small location, we just limit it to 15 items at the moment. They do have to be freshly laundered, like you said, in good condition, gently used, depending too, because sometimes vintage, we've targeted a vintage market out here, which is really cool. Vintage tees, vintage dresses, all that stuff. Not necessarily like great condition, but still really cool. Trendy items, streetwear, name brands. But yeah, so we sort through it. All we need to start is basically just an ID. You just have to be over 18 to sell. And yeah, that's it. It's pretty quick. No appointment process or anything. You just have to come in. A lot of it honestly just comes from the AV. Like I said, like the vintage market out here knows that we're here, so they bring in like a lot of the really cool vintage stuff. So that's probably like the main thing that comes in. That's probably how we curate more. And then we just look up like what's in style, what's cool, what's trending. Yeah, stuff that's trending, stuff like that. And that's like the main way we curate. It's not really we're shopping for ourselves. It's more we're shopping for the community, knowing what everybody else wants.
I'm a shoe head, so whenever people bring in like old SBs or old Jordans, that's like really big for me. I have like a really big collection at my house, so sometimes I'll like bring in some of the stuff in here and kind of sell those off too.
Yeah, we started with like mostly our
like-
wardrobe, and then telling our family like, hey, we're opening a store, and then they let us pick through the stuff that we wanted to do or we wanted to take into the store. And yeah, it kind of like worked out, because then when people opened, or when we opened up the first day, they said, oh, you guys have really cool stuff, where'd you get it from? And it's just family.
Yeah, and everything you see in the store was built by me and Andrea. Yeah, so everything in here we spent a lot of time just kind of like making all the racks, and Andrea organized the entire store, tagged everything.
We're on Instagram the most. You can find us at borderline.thrift on Instagram. And on TikTok, we're Borderline Thrift. That's where we basically make our weekly updates.
What sets Borderline Thrift apart is its commitment to sustainability and community engagement. Popular brands like Zara, Urban Outfitters, Dickies, Levi's, and Free People are particularly sought after, drawing both sellers and buyers to the store. The store's inviting staff contribute to the overall positive experience for shoppers. Upon entering, customers are greeted by neatly organized racks of clothing, shelves adorned with knickknacks, and vibrant plants, creating a pleasant and eco-friendly shopping environment. Borderline Thrift not only promotes sustainable practices, but also plays a crucial role in reducing fashion industry waste, conserving resources, and minimizing pollution. With a plethora of unique options available, Lancaster residents are finding hidden gems while contributing to a greener planet. Borderline Thrift's emergence on Avenue K marks a positive shift towards conscious consumerism, demonstrating that style and sustainability can coexist seamlessly in the world of fashion.
Angel, I loved your report there. I caught that at the end. But, when it comes to thrift shops, I mean, just the thrill and the experience of like rummaging through, combing through the selections, and then finding that one unicorn item, right?
I agree. And what's great about Borderline Thrift is that it's not just clothing that they have on their racks. They've got a ton of hats, they've got purses, they've got designer sunglasses. There's literally something for everyone. And the staff is so welcoming. They're ready to assist you with whatever you need and help you find whatever you're looking for.
So, what we do here on L28.
I think we should shop for outfits together. We should head over to Borderline Thrift, and then afterwards, because it's across from Target, and it's boba time, we should get boba afterwards.
Absolutely. I can get like a 2-piece and then maybe combine it with a 3-piece.
You never know.
Never know.
We'll see you at Borderline Thrift. So glad you could join us today. When we come back from the commercial break, today's episode will be concluding with an intense Monday night varsity basketball showdown between the Paraclete Spirits and Bishop Amat Lancers, followed by a conversation with Paraclete basketball head coach Newt Chalette, as we recognize his accomplished legacy, which has spanned multiple decades.
Congratulations on joining L28's Watch Till the End Club. We'll be ending today's episode with coverage of the varsity showdown between the Paraclete Spirits and Bishop Amat Lancers. Afterwards, we'll highlight what could be Paraclete basketball head coach Newt Chalette's last game leading the Spirits during their senior night performance. In a much anticipated rematch between the third-seeded Paraclete Spirit boys varsity basketball team and the first-seeded Bishop Amat Lancers, fans packed Paraclete's home gym in Lancaster on Monday, January 29th, eager to witness an intense showdown. The hometown favorites, still stinging from their previous 62-55 defeat to Bishop Amat a week prior, were determined to turn the tables. L28 News provided live game coverage with Tiffany Johnson offering sideline reporting and Ronnie Wald and I delivering in-game commentary. From the opening tip-off, the Lancers' number 4 senior Matthew Rodriguez started the offense off early with a quick give and go from number 11 senior shooting guard Marcos Gonzalez. But early on, the nerves were still set in as both teams struggled to find their offensive rhythm throughout much of the first quarter. Paraclete would respond with their own spirit of 4 unanswered points, leaving the Lancers trailing by 2. But the Lancers would quickly respond, scoring the next 4 points, leading 8-5, just before Paraclete called the timeout. With the Spirits trailing after the timeout, they would not look back as they eventually tied the game going into the second quarter, asserting their dominance, with senior standout number 3, Mr. Burnside, electrifying the crowd with his prowess around the rim. Burnside's aggressive play set the tone as Paraclete surged ahead, showcasing their offensive firepower not only inside the paint, but from outside the three-point line. The Lancers found themselves struggling to contain Paraclete's relentless attack. Despite their efforts, they couldn't match the home team's intensity, ultimately falling short. During halftime, L28 caught up with city manager Jason Cottle, who shared his excitement for being at the game and his outlook on L28 sports coverage here in the city of Lancaster. Let's roll the tape.
Honored to be here and fun to take part in this amazing game with L28. What a great crew.
Yeah. Paraclete's my favorite school. I know you went to Tehachapi, but I have to be proud of my alma mater, so welcome. I know that you were a student athlete at Tehachapi. Your son is a student athlete as well. So how proud are you to be able to give the community live on-air sports?
Well, I think what's cool about this is these kids are going to be watching these games when they're grown men. I still watch my boys' games. If we had film, I'd be watching my film to this day. You know, these boys are going to watch this because it's not only on L28, it's on YouTube permanently. They can use it for scouting films. They can talk to their kids about it. They can show their girlfriends how cool they were back in the day. So it's just really good that we can do this. And it's every sport. We started in football, with basketball now. We'll see in baseball. And this crew, this L28 crew, gets better every week. Ronnie up in the color booth and doing play-to-play or play-by-play. It's fantastic.
The final scoreline reflected Paraclete's commanding performance as they secured a resounding 70-40 victory over the Bishop Amat Lancers. The win not only avenged their earlier loss, but also solidified Paraclete's status as a force to be reckoned with in the Camino Real Conference. As the crowd erupted in celebration, it was evident that Paraclete's triumph was not just a win on the scoreboard, but a testament to the resilience, skill, and unwavering determination to succeed. After the game, our silent reporter Tiffany Johnson caught up with senior standout number 3 Mr. Burnside and the rest of the Paraclete boys varsity basketball team. Let's hear what they had to say.
Mister, you just dominated an absolute upset with the rival that you've been looking forward to. 30-point separation on the board. How are you feeling right now?
Oh, we're feeling great. We just came and played the best we could, and we wanted to get a win, so we got a win.
How did you prep for this? You just beat the number 1 team in the league. How did Newt build you guys up to this moment to be able to say we just dominated a team that everyone thought we were never going to beat?
It was just motivation at practice. We knew they were number 1, and we knew we had a couple bumps in the road, but we wanted to win league, so we went and got it.
Okay, mister, you're a senior. You just showed everyone how you ball that tomahawk dunk. Dude, how did you prep for that moment?
Just plyometrics training.
Plyometrics training. All right, guys, spirits up. Let's hear it. Spirits up.
To catch the next L28 sports stream and support and celebrate our local teams, subscribe to our YouTube channel at City of Lancaster, California.
On Saturday, February 3rd, Paraclete High School's basketball history was etched with sentiment and celebration as the school honored its seniors and bid farewell to Coach Chalette during his last home game for the regular season. Amid a stunning golden 2024 balloon archway, families and standout senior guards, including number 2, Keon Tratasco, number 4, Devin Marshall, number 3, Mr. Burnside, number 0, DJ Phillips, number 20, Andrew Hawatme, number 31, Ryan Brown, and number 32, Renee Arias, were introduced and commended before the game against the visiting Rosamond Roadrunners. Coach Chalette, emphasizing the importance of his students and the graduating seniors, highlighted the significance of the occasion. With 7 seniors being honored, the event was a poignant recognition of their contributions to the team.
Well, this group of seniors won 47 games in 2 years. They were 25-5 last year and 22-6 this year. So you win 47 games in 2 years, you've got the work done.
Tell us about Mr. Burnside and Devon and Moses and how this team chemistry works together.
It's just a brotherly bond between all of us, even the coaches. You know, we just always spend a lot of time together, so we're just always going to be so close. And we just like playing with each other. I'm just proud of my team and proud of everybody for doing what they're supposed to be doing. You know, I'm going to wish them all the best after high school, and, you know, let's see how far we go into this playoff run.
And Coach Chalette, what about the playoffs? When will we find out, and what do you expect to happen there? And do you expect fully for Paraclete to hit the road?
Well, no, we represent our league as a first-place team, so we should have a home game first round. And then after that, depends on who wins and who loses, coin flips and stuff like that. But we should have a first-round home game.
How did his return motivate you to where you're at right now?
Oh, it's real motivational to hear about it, and then just miss his presence around in practice and in the games, and then him coming back, just the inspiration, and to show him that, you know, even with him gone, we're still going to get better for him and play for him, and a bunch of prayers out to him, and just to see him back standing up here with us on our senior night, giving speeches, you know, it's still real inspirational to all of us.
Was DJ one of the players that you promised to the parents that you would hang around long enough to see him graduate?
Yeah, yes, he was. And his dad was my assistant coach for the last 4 years. His dad played for me in my first AVC team.
The game held added significance as it pitted Coach Gillette's team against a former player, John Burrell, now the coach of Rosamond High School. Having coached for over 40 years, spanning from high schools to ABC, Coach Gillette's influence was palpable throughout the evening. In an interview by L28 sportscaster Ronnie Wald, Coach Gillette revealed that he had turned down a lucrative offer to coach in Lebanon, opting instead to guide his son through his senior year, a decision that underscored his dedication to the players under his wing.
The owner of the team he was playing for offered me $1 million contract to come over there and coach the team.
And what country was that?
What was that?
Lebanon.
If someone offered me $1 million, I would definitely remember the country.
Here's the deal. My son was a senior in high school, and he was going to play for me the next year.
Adding to the moment's allure, Tony Madison, an internationally acclaimed former pro basketball player who was once coached by Gillette, shared his reflections in an interview, further emphasizing the enduring impact of Coach Gillette's legacy and game style.
It's just like Coach. Coach, he's just a winner. He presents himself whenever he can, and his teams is just like when we play. They play up tempo. They get up and down. They get the fans excited, shooting threes and dunks. It kind of takes me back. You know, I want to play a little bit now, but I'm a little.
You're looking good. This man could put on the uni, and he's ready to go. Start balling again, right?
Yeah, right now. That's how I feel. After you watch it, anytime I get around Gillette, it's competitive. I want to go out there and play. He called me in the huddle and tell the guys something. I'm like, okay, Coach, that was 30 years ago, but I still feel in my heart that I can help you. But Coach,
it's amazing how he knew you as a kid, and now you're like me, one of the gray guys.
Yeah, you ain't lying. I have to grow it out to show them, because some of them, you know, when I don't let it grow, they think they call me with the young guys to play. I'm like, I have to remind you, I'm 50 now. I can't get out there with the youngsters anymore.
You could be an ambassador for the United Nations, right? He could help world peace. Tell us some of the countries.
Yes. It started with Gillette. You know, he let me be the scorer I am, and I went over. I've been to the Philippines, Korea, China, Lebanon, Saudi, Iran, Spain, Japan. I forget a lot. Canada. I played in the CBA. I've played all over the world. I got a great experience. My family got to see the world through basketball. I advise kids to continue. If you play, it's not just the NBA. You can go become an import for a team and make a good living. The hardest part is being away from family and friends, but if you love the sport, you go to work. How many guys can say they go to work to play basketball? I did it for 18 years. I was truly blessed.
The evening encapsulated with Paraclete not only winning the basketball game, but offered a blend of nostalgia, celebration, and a profound sense of gratitude, marking a fitting tribute to both the departing coach and the talented seniors who had left an indelible mark on Paraclete High's basketball program. To keep up with all things sports within the community and to stream L28 Sports, please subscribe to our YouTube channel at City of Lancaster, California.
Angel, again, shout outs to Coach Gillette for being that pillar and staple within the community. I mean, growing up here playing basketball in the AV, you got to know Coach Gillette and his style of game.
That's awesome. And I'm glad, we're taking a moment to recognize he's been coaching for over 40 years here in the AV. He spanned from high schools to college ball as well. So it's nice to know that he's left his mark not only on the game of basketball, but also players and their future careers. So again, thank you to Coach Gillette.
Well, thank you for tuning into the City of Lancaster's news. I'm Joseph.
And I'm Angel, and this has been L28 News.